The 7th season of the Legacy Leagues in Connecticut is underway, and Week 1 is in the books. A couple close games, not as many close ones as I would have expected for the 10 teams we do have back this season. A new group of interns, and the best for last. It's nice when my team plays last and we save the best for last. What's better than that? All right, so I get to do names. Let's do it. Steven, Eddie, Nathan, Ryan, Meyer, David. It's harder than you think when you're put on the spot like that and you're staring at someone and they're like, I know your name, but you don't know mine. I'm Joey. We're back for the 7th season here in Connecticut. Let's break down the Week 1 action, guys. As I said, we'll start with Run TMC. Short-handed tonight. You guys will see the full team hopefully very, very soon. No Reggie, no Howie, 2 Legacy Leagues regulars. They don't even have last names around these parts. But take care of Nick Strong, 65-59. A couple plays down the stretch. You guys can mention me later. I'll let you guys do that. But Run TMC 1-0 after we last saw them losing in the finals, in the final minutes. What did you guys like from that last game? What about Nick Strong? What about Run TMC impressed you guys?
Well, it was a really good game. It was a really hard-fought defensive battle. You had a couple good shots,
couple
good threes,
couple
misses, but that's okay. I talked to Cody after the game, and like you said, he said, they're looking forward to getting healthy. They're looking forward to getting all their guys back. And he put the emphasis on, fine-tuning for the playoffs, getting ready. So you guys are pretty confident.
Cool. I mean, we all were watching that game. There's only one game at 10:30. Anybody else quickly?
Yeah, Eric Langston double-doubles over the season, so pretty impressive by him. I mean, a few blocks too. Eric Singleton struggled a little bit, but you guys got the win, and yeah, he hit a couple good shots at the end there.
Thank you.
Give you some credit.
So Week 1, they suck up. By Week 4, there's no more sucking up going on, I promise. We'll cut that right out of the show. I would say the game that did live up to the hype, even though it was an 11-point game, the Flint Tropics return after taking a season off. They have nice new jerseys, I must say. They take care of the Rim Breakers, who, speaking of Eric Singleton, we last saw them going to overtime on a buzzer beater. You may have seen it on Instagram a lot. One of my favorite clips. I don't know why. Weird. So, Rim Breakers back, Flint Tropics back. Flint Tropics take care of them 72-61. So, you've seen some of these teams before, but for you guys, the Rim Breakers are that scrappy team. A lot of deflections, I know that. Flint Tropics, though, both play as teams. Flint Tropics able to come away with the win today. What impressed you about Flint?
Yeah, the Rim Breakers, they were up 41-31 at halftime, and it seemed to all unravel in the second half. They were outscored 41-19, which is definitely not a good look. Mike Bizzuto led the team for the Flint Tropics with 18 points, and even more impressive for the Rim Breakers, Richard Bronson had a team-high 30, a game-high 30 for in the losing effort.
Yeah, anything else down there?
Bronson was hitting some tough shots in the first half. I think he made his first 4 threes, but as you said, Bizzuto played well, and he didn't really score well, but Dom Migliaro had a pretty good all-around game. His defense, he was guarding Bronson in the second half and really slowed him down, so Flint had a really good second half, and I think they showed their depth. They had 7-8 guys who were contributing in that game.
Yeah, Mike Duran shot 77%, I think 7 for 9 is the exact number, but very impressive at 77%.
For sure, and you mentioned kind of the two of the best two-way players in Mike Bizzuto and Dom Migliaro. Former teammates again, and they're going to bring it on both ends, and so that's what makes Flint dangerous. They're going to take that responsibility on the defensive end, and then they know they need to score for this team to be able to compete in this league. Then a couple blowouts here. We'll start with the least of the blowouts, some teams we expected, and 2 of our last 2 champions blew teams out. We'll start with Team Moose and Young Kings. Team Moose, 5 guys. Take care of the Young Kings, 78-54. Sorry, Eddie. There will be one day when you'll have a winning effort on the post-game show, hopefully soon. So, Team Moose, we've seen the Young Kings and Team Moose a lot in this league. Your guys' first time. What'd you guys see from Team Moose? Let's see if it fits what we know about Team Moose to be true.
Well, really, I just saw them get out to a 20-4 lead to start the first quarter, and for any team, that's hard to bounce back from. Despite the Young Kings beating them in both the second and third quarter, Team Moose was able to come back, win out the fourth quarter, and hold on to their lead. They had Blake and Horton go for 21 each, and I talked to a couple players after the game, and they basically just hammered home their team motto defense and just being able to roll with the punches and finish out the game strong.
Ding, ding, ding. There's the key word we were looking for. Team Moose brings the defense. You'll see against every week. Better competition, other teams, doesn't matter who they're playing. There you go. That was the word we were looking for. Anything else from Team?
If you even go earlier in that game, they started out to a 12-0 lead. So to shut out your opponent for pretty much almost half the first quarter, you could end the game however much you want. The beginning of that game was right on point for them.
For sure. We'll get to the defending champs. We won't save them for last. Shocker City takes down Sportslook 110-76. They pick up right where they left off. 1-0 this season. And Shocker City loaded, as you guys saw, from a talent level. Too much for Sportslook to handle. What'd you guys see from the champs?
Yeah, Shocker City just got off to a blazing fast start. They outscored their opponent 25-9 in the first quarter. And really, they just showed their all-around explosiveness. They really were all up and down the court, just really more fast than everybody. They showed their all-around explosiveness, and they were led by Davon Pratt, who scored 25.
For sure. Anything quickly? Cool, yeah. We're going to see them. Everybody plays everybody. So we'll see some of these matchups where they will be tested, but they are one of those teams that we're going to expect to win more times than not. That's for sure. And the Chasers, champs from 2 seasons ago, take down Gentlemen's Club, a new team, 103-54. Gentlemen's Club was in single digits for a couple quarters, right? I mean, on the scoreboard, maybe at halftime. You guys hopefully have the halftime score somewhere. Chasers win, big. What'd you guys see from the new look Chasers? You mentioned the Washington brothers used to be on the Chasers, now on Shocker City. But what from this new Chasers team stood out?
It was just a blowout. From the start, it was 21-0. Their leading scorer was Seabrook, who had 27 points, and he started off the game great with 5 threes in a row. He had 8 threes total. And Longston also had 17 points and shot 72% from the field. Amazing stat line. And Lutz tried his best on the other side for Gentlemen's Club with only 14, but, they can only go so far.
All right, I'm putting you guys on the spot. It's my favorite thing to do. Here we go. One word to describe week 1, and there's no hyphens being used here. Anyone want to go first?
Electric.
Okay, you still, that's a good one. No, there's no repeating.
I'll go exciting. It's a lame one.
Okay,
But
2 E words. All right.
I already said it in my interview, explosive.
Okay. Don't say any word.
Incredible.
That was close, but it's an I. Nice.
Athleticism.
Athleticism. Okay. We're going with the vowel.
I'm going to go with Scrappy.
All right. Those are all good words. Week 1 in the books. We'll see you back on Monday night at InSports for week 2 of the winter 19 season here at InSports.